Alright, I'm back with some Halo Wars footage. It took a little bit. I had to play a bunch of games to get some good footage for everybody, but I have it now, so let's get right into it. Okay, so here we go. I have chosen the Brute Chieftain as my leader, and he kind of specializes in defensive type abilities and such. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his Vortex ability just like the first game, which I kind of miss, and I know that my brother is going to miss that sorely, because that was his favorite thing to do. So I'm going to build some harvesters to start out here and a power extractor. So in this game, power and resources are separate, just like before, but except this time you have the power is actually a meter as well, just like the supplies. So before you could make reactors in Halo Wars 1, and that would be your tech level. But this time, you need power to build things as well as supplies. So, in order to get your tech level up, you need to advance your citadel or your base, your main base. You need to have at least one base as fully upgraded to be at tech level 3, and I believe that's the max you can get in tech levels. I'm not sure on that though. I'm still pretty new to this new game. So there's also little power areas that you can go to as well, and that'll help increase your power level more as too. Yeah, sorry about the frame rate. It's still a beta, so that can just be kind of a problem. They are targeting 30 FPS for the final game though. I believe 1080p. Building another power extractor, trying to get that up. I'm still trying to find the most efficient way to start out still. I'm not quite sure on what that is yet. Before, in Halo Wars 1, I used to like to make 2 supply pads and then get a reactor going. But here, power is actually sometimes more important to have, and it doesn't accrue as fast as supplies. So I have been starting with power extractors typically to get that going early. And by the way, this is actually domination mode. So this isn't team deathmatch. The 2 meters up at the top, 5,000, 5,000. We're trying to get points. And when you control points, the other team's score starts decreasing slowly throughout the match. So once the other team reaches 0, you win. So that's the goal here. So it's not necessarily attacking the other person, but trying to control points. But I do try and go after their base a few times. I know I have actually won matches where I didn't even attack their base. And unfortunately in these early matches, the other teams, there's a lot of other people still getting used to it, and they may not have played the first game, so they're actually really new. So I'm fighting a bunch of noobs. Now, I'm no expert, by the way, but I did enjoy the first game a lot, and I did get, I think, to a general. So you have to wait. And have the percentile get up there. So my power is starting to get up there. In this match, I'm still kind of unfamiliar, so I haven't quite gone back to my base. I should be going back to my base right now and upgrading things, but I'm kind of focused on these guys and getting supplies. So, okay, I moved back. And it's important to use hotkeys, kind of, and on the Xbox One controller, you can use the D-pad to quickly toggle between bases that you have. I only have one base, but it's a quick way to come back instead of scrolling across the whole map. Okay, so these are leader abilities here. That's what's different from the new game, from the old game, I should say. So here you can get healing, you can put plasma grenades down as traps. You can then upgrade these so that they're even better. And then down at the tier 5 down there, you can get your like special leader abilities. And Eradication's pretty awesome. It's like a super cleansing beam. But the Brute Chieftain has a really good ability when it's down there at tier 5. And that's invulnerability. All of his units become invulnerable for a short amount of time. So it's a great way to cancel out another leader's power and keep your units alive. It's really good. I could see it being super useful in competitive play. And this guy's name is Atriox. I always forget that name. It's a new character. So his command points are something that you can accrue throughout the game through doing certain things. Although I don't know what those things are exactly. Still learning the game for sure. So, yep, scoping things out. We're slowly winning because I've got some control points. And you gotta take out these sentinels first, though, before you can take it fully, I believe. So they always damage your units a little bit, but not by much. They're not really a threat. Also in this game, you upgrade your buildings, which wasn't really a big thing in the first game. So the foundry and like the aircraft building, you have to upgrade those, and that's how you make your units better most of the time. They get like 15% damage buffs and health buffs, and then like the next level will be like a 30% and stuff like that. So that's how you make your units better. And then you sometimes can add on extra abilities like that Banshee ability over there. Researched. We've captured Domination Point C. So I'm not quite sure what I'm due for my future videos here. I might not talk quite as much. But for this first one, I am trying to like, kind of like lay the groundwork for this new game. I'm still not fully convinced if it's better than the first game. I mean, it's only a beta, but I really like the simplicity of the first game. Thought it was really good. I haven't seen any sign of the enemies yet. So I'm still not sure also if the leader is actually that great. Because in the first game, each Covenant leader was super critical to have on the field. They had their own abilities. You could control them and their ability and stuff too. But in this game, they're more like any other unit. But they can, you know, like the gravity hammer can suck people in just like the old game. But you have no vortex ability, which was super good. I kind of wish that would come back. I was more of a fan of the Arbiter. He was awesome. And of course in this beta we only have the Brute Chieftain, Atriox, and Captain Cutter. So that's all I'm very limited to characters. But it looks like all the characters from the first game are coming back. I'm not sure about Sergeant Forge though, because I think he did die in the campaign of the first one though. That carpet bomb of his was really good. On ground units, of course. So one cool thing is the one aircraft here for the Covenant can start as an air unit, and then you can make it land on the ground and become a ground unit. So that's kind of interesting. The rock, paper, scissors, shoot thing is still in effect here, so infantry's good against air. So if you want to get out of the air with that thing and get on the ground, it'll be more effective, I believe, against the infantry. So that's something to keep in mind. The weapon triangle goes air is good against vehicles, vehicles good against infantry, and then infantry is good against air. It's a pretty good, I think, method to do things. And then there's also some hard counters to other units as well. They're specifically made and do bonus damage to certain units. So I would say hunters are vehicle killers. They wreck vehicles, especially when they get their beam weapon. And anti-air is always good to have as well. Just because aircraft, they can get in and out of places really quick, and they can do a lot of damage and then just like leave real quick. So it's sometimes good to have some anti-air just maybe around your base, just to impede them a little bit. It is always fun to like stack up on one unit though and just rush an enemy and see if they're ready. Also, something I'm not doing in this game, which I need to get better at, is scouting ahead with like a low tier group of units. See what the enemy's doing. That's super important. I haven't done that at all, and the enemy hasn't done that to us. So right now, who knows? I could be being hard countered as we speak, and I have no idea. So always try and scout out your opponent with a warthog or another like quick vehicle like a chopper or something. And if it dies, it dies. It's not a big deal. Kind of a nice little effect is this dust and stuff as the infantry's moving. That's kind of, I think, a sign of the times. Newer game, newer effects can kind of be put on hardware, or I should say software. So yeah, this whole game, the other team is not, I don't even know if they're getting any points because our score's not going down. I'm just taking all the points. My teammate's not even doing anything. I'm doing pretty much everything I want with no resistance. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's certain units will get little ticks above them, like a 1 or a 2, and that's their veterancy. That means the unit's killed a few other units, and they become better for it. So, really good strategy in the old game, you would get a leader unit, get a few stars on him, or veterancy, and they become super hard to kill. I'm not sure if their damage goes up, but their stamina / health goes way up. And something that was really hard to kill was a scarab with like a star on it. Super durable. And I'm not even sure if scarabs are in this game. I haven't seen any sign of them yet, or a way to bring them about. So I don't know if, I feel like they should be in the game. Because they were always that risk reward. They were so, like, it was so much resources to actually build one. It took so long to put out. But when you did get one out, they were awesome. They would wreck things. Oh, so first engagement. So flamethrowers are a hard counter to infantry units, and my infantry are, they're just being destroyed, incinerated. The thing is, though, they're actually going to lose because they're not getting any of these points. They're slowly losing. I don't even know if they realize it. Honestly, flamethrowers, I don't think they're going to do much to buildings. I know in the old game they didn't. I don't know if they changed their properties or not. They were always strong against other infantry units. So they're finally trying to take another point, but it's way too late. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. So I finally did get an air unit out there. And this is one of the guys that could deploy on the ground if you wanted to. There's some more of my units. I should probably be deploying these on the ground. At the time, I totally forgot about it. And he's using his Cleansing Beam ability on me there. Did a decent amount of damage. Yeah, these guys got wrecked. Their meter's going right down, though. I have so many supplies. And power, too. Yeah, this game was I think it was my second game, and I was still kind of, like, rusty and stuff. But we got the job done. They weren't even playing the objective, so it was over pretty quick. So, thanks for watching, guys. I have a few more that I'll upload soon. They get a little bit more intense. This one, there was barely any combat, so I'm going to try and get more in there. So thanks for watching, and keep your eyes open for the next one. Alright, see you.